Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of our English Learning Podcast. I'm Peter.
And I'm Kathy. Today's episode is all about one of the most nerve-wracking things you might face when using English at work.
Making a phone call. Yep, no video, no facial expressions, no body language, just your voice.
Exactly. A lot of learners tell us that making business calls in English makes them feel anxious. And you know what? That's totally normal.
Yeah, even native speakers sometimes feel a little nervous before a formal call. But for English learners, there's even more pressure because every word matters and things can move fast.
Maybe you've been in that situation. You rehearse what to say. But once the person picks up, your mind goes blank, your voice shakes, and suddenly everything you practice disappears.
We've all been there. But here's the good news. Just like listening or writing, making a business phone call is a skill. And today, we're going to help you build that skill.
We'll walk you through a real phone conversation between two professionals, James and Olivia. We'll play the conversation 3 times, and after each listen, we'll help you unlock different layers of understanding it.
So don't worry if you don't catch everything the first time. That's the point. We'll help you hear more, understand more, and feel more confident each time.
You'll learn professional expressions, polite phrasing, and natural ways to handle business calls, step by step.
So grab your notebook, relax, and let's dive into the world of real-life English for the workplace.
Here we go. Let's listen to James and Olivia's phone call. Just enjoy the conversation. Don't worry about details yet.
Hello, this is Olivia speaking.
Hi, Olivia. This is James from Tips Solutions. Am I calling at a good time?
Hi, James. Yes, this is a good time. How can I help you today?
I just wanted to touch base about the project timeline and see if we could schedule a quick meeting this week.
Sure, that sounds good. Are you thinking in person or over Zoom?
Zoom would be perfect. How does Thursday afternoon look for you?
Thursday works. I'm free after 2 p.m.
Great. Would 3 p.m. work?
3 p.m. sounds perfect. I'll send you a calendar invite right after this call.
Thanks. And just to clarify, during the meeting, we'll be reviewing the current development progress, going over the revised timeline, and outlining the testing phase, correct?
That's right. I'll also have a few questions regarding the updated design specs you shared last week.
Yes. I actually wanted to double-check. Did the new wireframes come through clearly on your end?
They did, but I noticed a few layout changes that weren't in the original version.
Good point. Our UX team made some adjustments based on your feedback from the last meeting. I can explain those changes during our call.
Perfect. That would help a lot. Also, will Alex from your team be joining the call?
Yes, he'll be there. He's handling the technical side of the rollout, so he can walk us through the back-end integration.
Great. I'll make sure our IT manager, Rachel, joins as well. She had a few concerns about system compatibility.
Sounds good. I'll share a short agenda before Thursday, just so we're all on the same page.
That'd be great. Thanks, James.
No problem. And I appreciate you making the time. I know your schedule's packed.
It's been a busy week, but I'm glad we're moving forward.
Same here. All right then. I'll send over a quick follow-up email with the Zoom link and agenda details.
Perfect. Talk to you Thursday at 3.
Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
All right, that was your first listen of the full conversation. And wow, it was a really solid example of a real business phone call, don't you think?
Absolutely. It had everything: a polite opening, clear purpose, scheduling, confirming details, raising concerns, and wrapping up with a next step. So now, let's break it all down and really understand what's going on here.
Who are the people?
Let's start with the basics. Who's talking and what are their roles? James is a project manager from a company called Tips Solutions, most likely a service or tech provider. Olivia works at Novacorp, the client company. They're receiving the service.
So this is a classic business client situation. James is checking in and Olivia is representing her team. They've probably had a few meetings already, and now they're arranging a follow-up call to move the project forward.
What's the purpose of the call?
This part is really important. In every business call, you should know exactly why you're calling. In this case, James wants to touch base about the project timeline, schedule a Zoom meeting to discuss progress, clarify what topics will be covered in the upcoming call.
He also checks in on a few practical things, whether Olivia received the updated wireframes, if there were any design concerns, who will be attending the meeting from both sides. So this is more than just small talk. It's about aligning expectations and preparing in advance. Very professional.
How is the conversation structured?
If you listen closely, this phone call follows a very natural structure, and this is something you can use when making your own English calls.
Friendly opening.
Am I calling at a good time? How can I help you today? This helps create a relaxed and respectful tone from the beginning.
State the purpose.
I just wanted to touch base about the project timeline. See if we could schedule a quick meeting. Clear, direct, but not aggressive.
Set details and ask questions.
How does Thursday afternoon look for you? Did the new wireframes come through clearly? Will Alex be joining the call? These questions are polite, focused, and move the conversation forward.
Confirm and wrap up.
I'll send over a quick follow-up email. Thanks, Olivia. I appreciate your time. Ending with gratitude and next steps helps maintain a professional relationship.
Real-life takeaway. Plan your call like a flowchart.
So if you're making a business call in English, remember this 4-part structure. Open politely, state your reason for calling, confirm details or ask questions. Close clearly with a next step.
It's like building a bridge. Each part connects to the next. If you plan your call with this structure in mind, you'll sound a lot more fluent and organized.
Language and culture. Tip, touch base, and other phrases.
Did you notice James said touch base? That's a super common phrase in business English. It means to check in or follow up. Other common expressions like, how does Thursday look for you? Polite way to ask availability. I'll send a calendar invite. Sounds more professional than I'll email you. Thanks for making the time. Mauen shows appreciation, especially if the person is busy. These phrases help you sound natural and polite without being too formal or stiff.
So that's your first level of understanding. Even if you didn't catch every single word, you now know the structure, purpose, and flow of this call. And you can start to recognize the roles and intentions behind each line.
Coming up next, we'll listen again, and this time, we'll break down how the speakers actually sound. How do they use tone, rhythm, and connected speech to sound more natural?
Let's hit play and listen again. This time with your ears tuned to the music of English.
Hello, this is Olivia speaking.
Hi, Olivia. This is James from Tips Solutions. Am I calling at a good time?
Hi, James. Yes, this is a good time. How can I help you today?
I just wanted to touch base about the project timeline and see if we could schedule a quick meeting this week.
Sure, that sounds good. Are you thinking in person or over Zoom?
Zoom would be perfect. How does Thursday afternoon look for you?
Thursday works. I'm free after 2 p.m.
Great. Would 3 p.m. work?
3 p.m. sounds perfect. I'll send you a calendar invite right after this call.
Thanks. And just to clarify, during the meeting, we'll be reviewing the current development progress, going over the revised timeline, and outlining the testing phase, correct?
That's right. I'll also have a few questions regarding the updated design specs you shared last week.
Yes. I actually wanted to double check. Did the new wireframes come through clearly on your end?
They did, but I noticed a few layout changes that weren't in the original version.
Good point. Our UX team made some adjustments based on your feedback from the last meeting. I can explain those changes during our call.
Perfect. That would help a lot. Also, will Alex from your team be joining the call?
Yes, he'll be there. He's handling the technical side of the rollout, so he can walk us through the back-end integration.
Great. I'll make sure our IT manager, Rachel, joins as well. She had a few concerns about system compatibility.
Sounds good. I'll share a short agenda before Thursday, just so we're all on the same page.
That'd be great. Thanks, James.
No problem. And I appreciate you making the time. I know your schedule's packed.
It's been a busy week, but I'm glad we're moving forward.
Same here. All right then. I'll send over a quick follow-up email with the Zoom link and agenda details.
Perfect. Talk to you Thursday at 3.
Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Welcome back. That was your second listen to the phone conversation. And this time, you probably noticed something different.
Yes, maybe the words started to sound smoother or faster. Or maybe you noticed that some words didn't sound exactly like they looked in writing.
That's because in real English, especially in spoken conversations, we use a lot of connected speech and sound reductions. That's what makes native speakers sound natural, but also hard to understand at first. Let's look at some examples directly from the conversation.
Hi, Olivia. This is James from SkyTech Solutions. Am I calling at a good time?
Listen again. James doesn't say, "Am I calling at a good time?" He actually says something more like, "Am I calling at a good time?" Reduction, am I? Am I? Calling us drops the final G sound. Words flow together with soft linking. Pro tip, when a question is polite or tentative, we often soften the pronunciation so it sounds friendly, not pushy.
I just wanted to touch base.
This phrase is often said quickly instead of, "I just wanted to touch base." It sounds like, "I just wanted to touch base." Reductions, just. Wanted to, wanted-a. All sounds blend together smoothly. This is one of the most natural reductions in English. Native speakers do this every day.
How does Thursday afternoon look for you?
Written form is clear, but spoken fast it becomes. How's Thursday afternoon look for you? What's happening here? Does disappears. We drop the helping verb. For you becomes fu. These tiny reductions help the sentence sound casual and flow better, but can confuse learners if they're expecting textbook English.
I'll send a calendar invite right after this call.
Sounds more like, "I'll send a calendar invite right after this call." Reductions, send a. This call sounds almost like this call, linking S and C. Notice how the words connect tightly. This is what gives English its rhythm.
Thanks, Olivia. I appreciate your time.
This is often spoken warmly and smoothly. Thanks, Olivia. Appreciate your time. Reduction and softening. I appreciate. Appreciate. Your. This sounds friendly, natural, and very human. Perfect for business conversations that are professional but warm.
Tone and intonation. Why it matters.
It's not just what we say, it's how we say it. Tone adds emotion, attitude, and personality to every sentence. Let's look at a few tone moments from the call.
Respectful and polite.
Am I calling at a good time? Tone. Slightly rising, soft and gentle. Shows respect and allows the other person to say no if they're busy.
Positive and confirming.
That's right. I'll also prepare a few questions. Tone. Confident but not aggressive. It's about collaboration, not confrontation.
Friendly wrap-up.
Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your day. Tone. Upbeat, smiling tone. You can hear the smile. This ending leaves a positive impression. Very important in client calls.
Key takeaways. How to train your ear for real English.
Let's review what you can do to better understand connected speech and intonation. Don't expect perfect pronunciation. Real English often drops syllables and joins words together.
Practice with your ears, not your eyes. Just reading a script doesn't prepare you for how English actually sounds.
Repeat and shadow. Find phrases like touch base, how's Thursday look, or I'll send an invite, and repeat them out loud. Try to copy the sound, not just the words.
Use subtitles the smart way. Watch first without subtitles, then once with, then again without. This helps your ears adapt naturally.
All right, you're now starting to hear what English really sounds like in real life, and that's a huge step forward.
Next up, we'll listen one more time. And this time, we'll help you pick out key phrases and vocabulary you can actually use in your own business conversations.
Get ready to build your business English toolkit and hit play one more time.
Hello, this is Olivia speaking.
Hi, Olivia. This is James from Tips丨Solutions. Am I calling at a good time?
Hi, James. Yes, this is a good time. How can I help you today?
I just wanted to touch base about the project timeline and see if we could schedule a quick meeting this week.
Sure, that sounds good. Are you thinking in person or over Zoom?
Zoom would be perfect. How does Thursday afternoon look for you?
Thursday works. I'm free after 2 p.m.
Great. Would 3 p.m. work?
3 p.m. sounds perfect. I'll send you a calendar invite right after this call.
Thanks. And just to clarify, during the meeting, we'll be reviewing the current development progress, going over the revised timeline, and outlining the testing phase, correct?
That's right. I'll also have a few questions regarding the updated design specs you shared last week.
Yes. I actually wanted to double check. Did the new wireframes come through clearly on your end?
They did, but I noticed a few layout changes that weren't in the original version.
Good point. Our UX team made some adjustments based on your feedback from the last meeting. I can explain those changes during our call.
Perfect. That would help a lot. Also, will Alex from your team be joining the call?
Yes, he'll be there. He's handling the technical side of the rollout, so he can walk us through the back-end integration.
Great. I'll make sure our IT manager, Rachel, joins as well. She had a few concerns about system compatibility.
Sounds good. I'll share a short agenda before Thursday, just so we're all on the same page.
That'd be great. Thanks, James.
No problem. And I appreciate you making the time. I know your schedule's packed.
It's been a busy week, but I'm glad we're moving forward.
Same here. All right then. I'll send over a quick follow-up email with the Zoom link and agenda details.
Perfect. Talk to you Thursday at 3.
Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
All right, third time's the charm. You've now heard the full conversation 3 times. First, we understood the big picture. Then we explored the natural sound of English. Now let's dig into the language, the useful words and expressions you can actually use.
And remember, business English doesn't have to be stiff or robotic. In fact, today's conversation is a great example of professional but relaxed language. It's polite, clear, and sounds completely natural.
Am I calling at a good time?
Why, it's great, super polite. Shows respect for the other person's time. Perfect for starting any phone call. Other ways to say this? Is now a good time to talk? Hope I'm not catching you at a bad moment. Do you have a minute? Where you can use it: business phone calls, customer service conversations, speaking with teachers, doctors, or any formal contact.
I just wanted to touch base.
Why it's great, friendly and casual, means check in or follow up. Common in emails and phone calls. Other similar phrases: I'm following up on, just checking in to see, wanted to reconnect regarding. Where you can use it: emails, status update meetings, project management platforms like Slack or Teams.
How does daytime look for you?
Why it's great, super polite. Gives the other person control. sounds much better than, "Can you do 3 p.m.?" Alternative phrases, "Would this afternoon work for you?" "Are you available on Thursday afternoon?" "What's a good time for you?" Where you can use it: scheduling meetings, job interviews, booking a service, doctor, lawyer, consultant.
I'll send a calendar invite.
Why it's great. Clear, professional, efficient. Reassures the other person that details will be in writing. Helps avoid confusion. Other natural ways to say this. I'll shoot over an invite after the call. I'll follow up with the meeting link. I'll drop it into your calendar. Where you can use it: meeting setups, remote teams, interviews, or client sessions.
Thanks for making the time.
Why it's great: shows appreciation, acknowledges the other person's busy schedule, makes the conversation feel more personal. Similar phrases: "I really appreciate your time. Thanks for taking the call. I know you're busy. Thanks for fitting me in." Where you can use it: anytime someone helps you out, ending calls and meetings after someone responds to your request.
Bonus: business phrase builder.
Starting a phone call. "Hi, Olivia. This is James from SkyTech Solutions. Am I calling at a good time?" Suggesting a meeting. "I wanted to check if we could schedule a quick meeting sometime this week. How does Thursday at 3 p.m. work for you?" Following up. "I'll send over a calendar invite right after this. Just wanted to touch base and confirm everything's on track."
Real-life practice challenge.
Let's make this real. Imagine you're calling a client to arrange a follow-up meeting. Can you build a short script using 3 of today's phrases?
Even better, record yourself saying it out loud or shadow part of today's conversation. Try this. Example, mini dialogue. "Hi, Mark. This is Sarah from Bright Edge Marketing. Am I calling at a good time? I just wanted to touch base about our Q2 report and see if we could schedule a Zoom call. How does Thursday at 2 p.m. look for you?" "Great. I'll send over a calendar invite right after this. Thanks for making the time. Talk to you then."
Recap: speak like a confident professional.
So, what did we learn today? Use clear and polite phrases to show respect. Practice rhythm and intonation to sound natural. Borrow and reuse phrases from real conversations. Shadow, record, and repeat to build fluency.
And don't be afraid to write your own business phone script. Practice it until it feels automatic. That's how real fluency begins.
Now that you've heard the conversation 3 times and broken it down from every angle, structure, sound, and vocabulary, you're ready to try it yourself.
And in our wrap-up section, we'll show you how to create a daily routine for improving your business English step by step.
Stay with us. Let's make real progress together.
Final wrap-up: review, reflect, and keep practicing.
All right, you made it to the end of today's episode, and that means you've already done something powerful for your English learning.
Absolutely. Today, we didn't just talk about business English, we experienced it. You heard a real conversation, analyzed it step by step, and learned how to sound natural, confident, and professional on the phone.
Let's quickly review what we covered.
First, we looked at the overall structure of a professional phone call. How to open politely, state your purpose, handle scheduling, and close with clarity.
Then we explored how native speakers really talk, how words connect, how syllables disappear, and how tone adds emotion to your voice.
Finally, we broke down the key expressions like touch base, how does time look, and I'll send an invite, and showed you exactly how to use them in real life.
What's next? Your daily practice plan.
Let's talk about what you can do after this episode to keep improving. Step 1. Shadow 3 lines a day. Pick any 3 phrases from today's episode, repeat them out loud, and record yourself.
Step 2. Write your own mini phone script. Use the sentence patterns we shared. Practice saying it out loud or even role play with a friend.
Step 3. Start listening with intention. Every time you watch a business meeting, interview, or even a YouTube video, listen for real phrases. Pause, repeat, and write down new ones.
Avoid these common mistakes.
A quick reminder, watch out for these easy-to-make mistakes when practicing business English. Don't memorize only textbook phrases. Use what native speakers actually say. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Aim for clear and confident. Don't skip speaking practice. Say it out loud every day.
Your action challenge.
So here's your challenge this week. Write a 4-line phone call script using 3 phrases from today. Practice it once a day for 5 days. Post your script in the comments or send us a voice recording.
We'd love to hear how you're using this in real life. Whether it's booking an appointment, joining a Zoom call, or emailing a client, every small step counts.
Final words. You've got this.
Remember, fluency doesn't come from magic. It comes from repetition, real examples, and a little courage to try something new.
And every time you listen, speak, and practice, even if you're just talking to yourself, you're training your brain and your voice to work together in English.
So be kind to yourself, stay consistent, and trust the process. You're doing better than you think.
Thanks so much for spending time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a friend.
And let us know, what's the one business phrase you're going to use this week?
We'll be back soon with more real-life English conversations and practical tools to help you grow.
Until then, take care, stay curious, and happy learning.